friends, thank you for clicking on this video. I am Niharika and today we are going to look at some human sounds. Remember we did a lesson on body noises? Well, something similar to it. We humans are definitely capable of producing different sounds. And what are they called? Well, let's have a look. The first one that we have is hum. Now, what is hum? To hum is when you or your vocal cords produce a sound, okay? So you are not uttering any real words out of your mouth, okay? Your lips are shut, but your vocal cords are making the sound. For example, so that's humming, okay? Now, if you have to use this word in your daily conversation, you can say, oh, well, these little girls love humming to the new song. So they are not singing the song, okay? But what they're doing is they are humming. So their vocal cords are producing the sound. The next one that we have is giggle. Now, to giggle, what does that mean? Well, you might have seen these girls, or children, they often giggle. So that is giggling. It's a very joyful and a silly laugh. Okay, so it's a very joyful and a silly laugh. If you have to use this on daily basis, you can say, these girls giggled throughout the movie. So maybe they were watching a movie and they found it really funny, but they were not laughing aloud. They were not ha ha ha, but what they were doing is they were giggling. Okay, so that is giggling. The next one that we have is pant. Now, to pant is to catch breath, okay? It's a quick breathing, especially when you're tired. Maybe you're dancing or you're running. You know how we try to catch breath? We are like, so we are trying to catch breath, right? We have another word for the same, that is gasp. So you pant or you gasp when you are extremely tired, okay? So you can say, John was panting because he came running up the stairs. So maybe he came up running up the stairs really fast and now he is extremely exhausted. So he is panting. Okay, so that's panting or gasping, right? The next one that we have is sniff. Now, sniff is when you inhale through your nose, a very short and audible inhalation, okay? It's a very short and audible inhalation of your breath, like, okay, you know how these little dogs, they try to sniff when their owners come home and you see them, so they are sniffing, okay? Or some good meal is being cooked and you can smell it, so you try to sniff and you say, oh, something good is being cooked. So that is the sniffing, okay? That is, the action is called sniffing, okay? So it's a short audible breath, okay, or an inhalation of air, okay? The next one that we have, sigh. Now, to sigh means to relieve air, okay, to relieve breath, especially when you're tired or when you're relieved. There are people who make this sound when they sigh, they do, okay? So you kind of take a short breath, okay? You inhale and exhale, okay? But it's quite an audible breath, okay? So you do, so this means you're relieved or you're extremely tired. Okay, so she sighed, like she did, she sighed when she found her stolen ring. So So maybe this girl had lost her ring, but the moment she found it, you know, she was extremely relieved. So there was an audible sigh. Okay? The next one that we have is slurp. Okay? Slurp is a very audible sound that comes out of your mouth when you are drinking or eating something. Okay, so that's when you're eating, you're enjoying your meal, or maybe you're enjoying a drink. There's a sound that your mouth makes, and that's called slurping, okay, or slurp. So it's basically your mouth that produces that sound. That's slurping. Okay, so that is slurping when you're enjoying a meal or maybe a drink. Okay, so the sound that comes out of your mouth is slurping. So if you have to use this word in daily conversation, you can say, she slurped over her coffee. Okay, so maybe she was enjoying her coffee and her mouth was producing this sound. And the last one is whisper. Now, whisper is when you talk in a very gentle, quiet manner without any vibration in your vocal cords. Okay, that is whispering. Something like, oh, I told you. Okay, so that is when you are whispering. You're not being loud, okay? Nobody else can hear it, there's no vibration in your vocal cords. That's when you are whispering. You can say that the children whispered in the class while the teacher was teaching. Okay, so they were not loud enough. They were just whispering. Maybe they were just having a chat, but they were whispering, hey, you know what? Okay, so that's whispering. So these are certain sounds that we humans are capable of producing. You can definitely make sentences and use these words in your daily conversation. And now you know what exactly they are called. I'll be back with a new lesson. Till then, you take care.